easy one to start with, Stan. The episode, your first novel, what's it all about?
Well, it's about a guy who suffers a manic episode after an accident on his bicycle, and he's admitted to psychiatric hospital where he suffers from delusions in which he creates a fantasy world in which he is not just a guy running a struggling business, but a guy who runs a business that is a world leader in its field and also does loads of charitable work and this and that and the other.
It's not autobiographical, but it was motivated by your own experiences.
Yes, I think people who read the book will notice certain similarities between the hero, Victor Turnbull, and myself, but of course they won't know which bits are based on things that happened to me and which bits aren't. And I've also interspersed it with a bit of a romp, if you like, which is a bit of light relief. It's a narrative set slightly in the future, and the people in that narrative are people who populate the fantasy world that Victor has created.
So what was the episode that you went through?
It was a manic episode. I became extremely ill after the accident that I have. Couldn't work out what was going on. And effectively, I think I had a level of blood poisoning that initially stopped me sleeping. And after I hadn't slept for 2 weeks, I then started suffering the first fantasies, if you like. And that then kind of gathered pace after the physical injury was better. And it was a case of go into hospital or be taken.
So the book, was that part of your recovery, or was it something that you thought, I've got to get this down in writing?
Well, it's funny, you know, I've thought about this, and I know that after I came home I did decide it'd be a good idea to get it down in writing, because I had a very, very vivid memory of absolutely everything that went on in hospital, and it wasn't going to go away. And only recently someone said, was that a bit of a cathartic experience? And I suppose it was in a way, but I never actually thought about it in that way at the time. It was just, I had this novel in me and wanted to get it out. Well, it's taken a hell of a long time to get it out.
So having completed, I mean, how happy are you with it?
I'm quite chuffed, I think, actually. It was never meant to be so bloody long. You know, I mean, I'm a journalist like you, Jeff, and, you know, I began life writing short news stories, and then I graduated to longer features, and if it was 2,000 words, it was bloody long. So I kind of thought, well, writing a novel, I'll really have to let it rip. And so I did, and then it ended up at somewhere around 250,000 words, which is sort of up in the War and Peace level, but there you go.
So we're in Charts Bar on Newcastle Quayside. Big event, what's it all about?
Yeah, well, I think it's nice to see books off with the launch. When I ran my own publishing business, we always did try to do a launch, because I think authors expect it. And, well, I mean, I am the author, and I guess I expected it of myself to begin it all with a launch. It gives you a point of reference, and also I've been very, you know, excited by the number of people who said they're coming along tonight. And, you know, not everybody knew what happened to me 8 or 9 years ago, and it's been a surprise for some people and a shock for others. And I think if people can get something out of that, because it's not rare for people to have psychotic episodes, it's not rare for that then to become bipolar disorder of one sort or another. And I think there is a lesson there, you know, and it's about looking after yourself and I guess recognising the signs in your own body, which I manifestly failed to recognise until it was too late.